How you doing, Cecilia?
Hi.
Hi. So, Cecilia, what's the first question that comes to your mind? That you only had one question. Have you got one, or you need a minute to think about it?
I don't know. I sent you a mail, but I don't know if you got that.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, but the question is, talking about what universe sent to you as a sign, or if it's just testing my beliefs. What is the difference between those two? Because I have some challenges or signs that come across me, and it shaped me, a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
But what is the difference between reading the universe signs and the difference between my beliefs? How hard?
Okay.
Do you understand, or is
I
it?
completely understand. Yep, I understand. So just for context, Cecilia, if I understand from your email, you've hit some roadblocks and had some ups and downs, maybe in your mind more downs than ups.
Yeah.
You're definitely not where you were hoping you'd be or thought you'd be by now.
No.
And you're going, all right, is this a sign I'm in the wrong business?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I made for this? Can I do this? Is this right for me? Those are the questions running through your mind, right? Okay. And so now your question this morning is, how do you tell the difference between that versus, is the universe going, hey, Cecilia, go in a different direction? Am I ignoring the signs? Maybe I shouldn't be in this. Maybe I should be doing something else.
Yeah.
Okay. And look at it objectively, go, yeah, shit. I mean, I have what it takes. I have the background, the skill set. I've got a good attitude. I've gotten results before. I want to do this. But the situation, the circumstances, the results right now is causing you to doubt all that.
Mm.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I went through the same thing. Bob went through the same thing many, many, many times. So did I.
No,
I
don't believe you. You have said
I'm telling
that
you, yes.
Directly.
Listen, real fast. I started in May 2014. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be the top guy in the world. That was my goal, because I wanted to work with Bob. I knew I had to get his attention.
Yeah.
And he told me the story about him at Nightingale Conab, that he made himself the vice president of sales in Canada, because he wanted to work. He didn't tell Earl that. He just elected himself that. He got business cards made up. He rented an office. And he started selling like crazy. He started helping other distributors in Canada do the same. Mm. And Earl goes, who the hell is this Proctor guy? And what is he doing in Canada? And they flew him down to ask him. And Earl asked about, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm using the product. He says, you got to make all your distributors listen to the lessons. Earl goes, we can't do that. He goes, watch me. Mm. And he went back to Canada, and he got them all together, and they had to friggin' listen to the records and go out and sell. So he told me that story. So I made my mind up. I was going to do that. Right. And when he told me the story, the one time we were out in the backyard by the pool, he winked at me. Mm. And I was at an event last week in Toronto. I was retelling that story, and he never said it to me directly, but I think he was implying, Doug, you should do what I did. Anyway, yeah. Whatever he was thinking, I took that message. Yeah. And so by September, I was the top guy in the world, and I did it pretty much from my cottage. Like I went up north, and I was selling over the phone, and then I got the position. And so 2014, 2015, and probably about 2/3 through 2016, like I was crushing. I'm the top guy in the world, and I just was rocking and rolling, having a ball, just having a great old time, And then the shit hit the fan. And then I hit my Eeyore year. 2016 and part of 2017 I was really struggling. And I stopped studying. I went through a lot of fear and doubt. This is bullshit. Proctor Gallagher wrecked my life, blah, blah. at all the dialogue going in my head. And I talked to Bob many times about, what he went through. This, like, very few people know the stories of what he endured, except for Gina and his brother and his son, all of his kids, but primarily Brian, because he was there most of the time. And every once in a while we'd have a chat. And he'd just tell me some stories. He goes, you think you got it rough, Doug? Let me tell you a story. And so, yeah, I've been where you are. Now, there's a couple problems going on. You're working this business a certain way, and it might not be your way. You might be copying what everybody else is doing that you think is working. Just because you see something on social media doesn't mean it's working. Right? And so you need a model that works for you. Okay. So you will not see me at a networking event. Okay? I'm not a networker. All right. I can do it, but I will not. I mean, I ran a networking group like Michael's in BNI, it's called. I ran one for 5 years, but that's not really my sweet spot. My sweet spot is virtually is speaking in front of people. Put me in front of a group of people. I did seminars, right? You fill the room with 50 people, 100 people, 500 people, and I'll just friggin' crush it. And I'll get people wanting to work with me. That's my sweet spot. So you got to do this business the way you feel you want to do it. You got to get out and meet people somehow, some way. So for me, I just filled a hotel room. That was my way of doing it. When I first started, the hotel rooms were empty. There was nobody in it. First seminar I ran, not the first one. The first one I ran in Guelph where I live. So I was able to invite a lot of people to that. That was my kickoff. I had 2 seminars, morning, then evening on the same day. And that jump started. And I think I enrolled, I don't know, 5 or 6 people from that night. And then I just, through referrals and networking, they introduced me to somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And away I went. But I started in other cities that I had no contacts, rented hotel rooms, and nobody showed. Then the next week, a couple of people showed. They were customers. They drove down to the city just to come to the meeting because they liked the meetings I ran. Right. And then, one night somebody else showed up. In fact, I was running 3 seminars a day, once a week, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. every week in a hotel. And for the first couple of weeks, it was empty except for a couple of clients showing up. But then it started to fill. So that was me. That was the way I did it. But I had to get in front of people. Right. And so you probably need a little bit of, or you probably need a major adjustment to your plan possibly, or maybe some tweaks. Do you have a written plan?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. Do you have a couple hours this weekend where you can go somewhere that's, quiet, good energy?
Yeah.
Okay, like get out of your house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go somewhere. It's like I'm in this hotel. Actually, it's in the restaurant here. It's kind of a cool vibe. Like the energy's good here. Right? Wasn't sure where I was going to do the call, but there's a fireplace here, there's a lounge, and there's people back there in the restaurant. I'm looking outside here. It's got good vibes. Right? Find a place and just sit down. And I want you to just start from scratch. Okay. So basically, I want you to imagine a clean sheet of paper. All right.
Yeah.
And I want you to do this really fast. Okay. So you got a pen?
Yeah.
Okay. Step 1. Write this down. Why the hell am I doing this? What do I really want to accomplish? How do I want to be known as? What's the problem I want to solve in the world? What's the wrong I want to make right? All right. Okay. Answer that question first. Then I want you to list. I want 2 lists from you. And this all has to happen fast. Okay. You can't be sitting there thinking about it too much. You think, but whatever comes to you, and don't worry about whatever comes to you. It could be an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Okay. Just whatever comes out, put on paper. What you're doing is you're expressing it. You're laying it on paper, and the order will come after. Don't try to make it orderly.
Okay.
Don't worry about the order. It could be all over the place. I look at some stuff, I go, what the hell was I writing? I can't even recognize this. Okay. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And the two lists are, what do I want my personal life to look like? And that's just basically, how you want your days to be. You might, like for me, I want to work like this. I want to travel and work from my laptop. I want to be doing this call from my phone, sitting on top of a hill or something. I want to be able to just help people all over the world, just doing conversations like this, trying to get people on stuff. That's what I want my life to look like. That's part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you want your business to look like? Meaning, if you could kind of design your business the perfect way, what it will look like. So, you said, I've got the freedom to work from anywhere. I can travel and do my business. You might be like me. You might be wanting to be, speaking, at seminars and in front of people, whatever it is, right? Just brainstorm a list. And this is not the plan. These are just ideas, right? Okay. Brainstorm all that. You got that clear?
Yes.
Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to pick a destination. Where would you like to be? What are we, May, June? Let's say by the end of June. Okay? Actually, end of May and end of June. So this is going to be a two-part journey, or like I had 2 flights to get here. Okay.
Okay.
So where's the first flight going to take you? All right. And then where's the next flight going to take you? So what is the measurement? It could be clients, it could be income, it could be a speaking engagement, whatever it is, right? Some benchmark or target that's going to start leading you in the direction that you want to get to. Okay.
Yeah.
Then if you do that, then just take a break. Get a cup of coffee, get a tea, maybe grab whatever book you're studying, Think and Grow Rich, whatever, grab something and just study for half an hour. Just read something for 30 minutes. Okay. Take a break, look outside, go for a walk. I don't know, but just take a break. And then you come back with the determination. I'm going to come up with a plan fast. I'm going to brainstorm a plan right now. And I'm not too worried about how organized the plan is, but I'm just going to brainstorm all the ideas I can think of to get to where I want to go. Okay? And then look at that list. Right. So let's say you have 12 ideas. Right? Then, and it's kind of like you're just kind of plotting all the steps you need to take to get to the first destination. Right. So I had to book a flight, I had to book a hotel, right? I had to pack. I mean, I'm just using a simple example. Just see what comes out. Right? And just do that. That's all I want you to do. And I want you to send me your current plan now. So I can take a look at, see what you're doing.